Thompson with the Pro Video Coalition, joined by Dale here with Small HD, and we're going to look at some new monitor releases here. It's pretty cool. I mean, the 702 Bright, I feel like, has basically become one of the industry standards. And you've got some really nice new developments here.
We do. Yeah, like I was saying, the 702 Bright is like an industry standard for 4 years, right? We came out at the perfect time. It's got adopted really well into the high end. And so it's actually pretty old. Traditionally, our product life cycles are only 2-3 years. The 702 Bright's been around for coming on 5, maybe. It's been around for a long time. And we just said it's time to refresh that product. Let's take what people liked about it. Let's enhance it. Let's make it better. Let's take some of the issues people have with it and let's fix those things. Let's basically make a better product and let's lower the price. It's just kind of true Generation 2 product, right? And that's what the 702 Touch is. You can sort of tell it's a continuation of the 702 line, indicated by the sort of the silver chassis. Most of our stuff is black, but we did it with the 702 Bright. I always said that silver chassis was really iconic. We kind of updated it though, went space gray to be cool. But it's essentially though, similar inputs and outputs as the 702 Bright, but we made the screen 50% brighter. It's a 1500 nit screen as opposed to the 1000 nit screen of the 702 Bright. It has a wide gamut display, right? So we're going to do a full 100% DCI-P3 color gamut reproduction, which is quite cool. And it's touchscreen, obviously indicated by the name 702 Touch, right? So first time we're starting to really get more and more into this touchscreen realm, just because it just opens up more to possibility in terms of what you can do with the monitor. It's just a really,
I could see right away that even just when you touched it, it's the same familiar like UI.
Yep, and when we designed the UI, we designed it to work with touchscreen just as well as it worked with remotes or buttons, right, and vice versa. So it's all natural, right? I mean, just scan around, swipe around, swipe between pages. It just works really well. And that's the 702 Touch. So it's just think of it as 702 Bright version 2, right? For the longest time internally, we were calling it 702 V2 because that's basically what it is. So,
but you said it comes in at a lower price point than the 702 originally did.
Yep, originally, 702 Bright came out at $14.99. It remained $14.99 for quite a long time.
Because it's
because only recently we reduced it. And this one comes out at $12.99. And it handles battery and power a lot better than the 702 Bright. I don't know if you remember, the 702 Bright actually didn't have a physical power input, right? You had to have like battery eliminators, the DC adapters and stuff. Well, this has a wide volt barrel input, but it also has interchangeable, natively mounted battery plates. So we have, by default, the Sony L series, a dual Sony L series battery on the back, battery plate on the back, but it also can accept gold mount, V mount plates as well.
So are you telling me that to power this, I don't have to use an LPE6
no,
to
you don't.
VTAP?
No, you don't.
And because those ruin almost on every shoot.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
That right there is almost like the main selling point. No
exactly. That's what I meant by we fixed some of those problems, right? Power was a big one on the 702 Bright. The bracket we had to make to have it accept professional batteries was like a monstrosity. I hated that thing. And so it's just a refined version of the 702 Bright.
It feels a little more compact too.
It is, it is.
Nice. Okay, and then this has some really interesting features. The Cine 7. This is gonna almost force, I feel like, some Arri camera owners to buy this monitor. So tell us, what does this add?
So the Cine 7 is essentially a more pro version of the 702 Touch. It's aimed at the higher end folks with Arris and Reds and Venices and things like that. It has a brighter screen than the 702 Touch. It's 1800 nits instead of the 1500. Same gamut, right? So the same wide gamut display. It's all black to be more pro, and then it has a LEMO port instead of a barrel, right? And still wide voltage, and an Ethernet jack. And that's where it gets interesting. The Ethernet jack allows it to plug into Alexa Mini LF, and Amira, and control it via the touchscreen. So we have this really slick UI that it just looks so good. It works so good. You probably want to go look at it. So you got start, stop, and your standard 6, 3 on top, 3 on bottom configuration. So the UI sort of matches what you see on the side of the camera.
Especially when you're using like the Alexa Mini, now the Alexa Mini LF on a gimbal or something like that, it's really hard to control the camera. So now this is your monitor, as well as camera control. That's crazy.
Exactly, and in that particular scenario, right, we also make a remote that you can buy that sticks on the side here. and that's actually Bluetooth. And so you can actually just mount it to the monitor and use it like an attached button module, but you can also detach it anytime and use it as a remote. So if you want to stick that on the handle of your gimbal or tripod or whatever and be able to control your monitor wirelessly or remotely, you can do that.
Yeah.
And so that's specific to the Cine 7, which is a pretty cool functionality. So it's just a really, again, just great all-around product. And like you said, we shrunk this thing down. It's a 7-inch screen, but we shrunk it down.
Feels like a 5-inch
yeah,
monitor.
Exactly. That was really key for us. We really intentionally did that, right? Because a lot of comparable 7-inch monitors just have massive bezels and are really big and bulky. This thing is slim. It's small, X, Y, and Z. It's solidly built, all milled aluminum frame. Just fantastic little monitor.
And how does the brightness of the 702 Cine compare to the 703 monitors?
Yeah, so the 703 monitor is 2200 nits, I think is what we advertise. It's really more like 2500, and this is 1800. So not quite as bright, but again, you get pretty that wide gamut. It is pretty, 1800 nits is still a lot, right? Yeah. So the other thing is this version of the monitor also comes with a Bolt 500 TX option, a Bolt 500 RX option, and a Bolt Sidekick RX option, right? So there's 3 wireless variants of this monitor here. Okay. So it's really cool. You get the transmitter version. You can stick it on your RE or Mini, control it, and then transmit video wirelessly all from one device. So pretty slick.
So it can become a transmitter.
Correct.
Wow.
Or a receiver. So you can buy 2 of them, one in the transmitter version, one in the receiver version, stick one in the camera, be controlling your camera, and then be transmitting to your wireless receiver version over here.
That's way less rigging.
It is. Yeah.
Wow.
And that's sort of the trend we're trying to kind of continue with, right? Is the constant merging of technologies into the display.
And the connectivity for this monitor to like an Airy, for example, or Venice or Red in the future is Ethernet, correct?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Yep. So pretty plug and play.
Yeah, it's gigabit Ethernet. So I know the Red requires gigabit Ethernet so it'll support that. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Very good. Thanks so much, Dale.
Absolutely.
Yeah.